how has this impacted you in your personal life?
I mean, I try to look at the people around me and the challenges that I have in my life, because there are many challenges that I have in my life, where people are sometimes do things that are difficult for me, and I try to find empathy, find the connection, like you were saying about Desmond Tutu, but even like Mother Teresa, she said too, she's like, to be able to see the other person inside of you, across from me is me, and that's a really important thing to understand.
What's up, guys? It's Jay Styles, and you're watching EUR Web. We're at the red carpet premiere of the movie The Forgiven, starring Forest Whitaker. Full interviews with the cast are ahead, so keep it locked in right here on EUR Web.
He's a psychopath and a convicted killer. He'll try and destroy you.
Amnesty for your crimes is highly unlikely. Unless you tell me about this Operation Hacksaw.
This film, it deals with good and evil. It deals with the power of forgiveness. How has this film impacted you in your personal life?
I just feel like everyone has, some good in them, and to have, everyone can click back to something that they want to be forgiven of, and I think that this film kind of depicts that. It depicts, wanting to, make things right for certain situations in the past.
All right, so you are the producer of this film, The Forgiven. Talk about, what did you learn from the film? This film is about redemption. What was something that you took away from the film?
So the important thing that I got when I read the script, it was 20 years after the transition to democracy in South Africa, and it was just such a potent reminder of our past and where we came from, and just the enormous complexities of what was overcome by Nelson Mandela and the Truth Commission and everything that followed from that. And when we think about the amount of conflict we have in the world, here we're, hundreds of years of systemic oppression, and those oppressed people coming to power and wanting some kind of atonement and some kind of amends. And what was created in South Africa through the Truth Commission was a real technology for exporting peace. And so the real takeaway from the film is how we can be in dialogue with each other and avoid violence and find peace and forgiveness and understanding in the world.
I'm supporting this movie. I'm supporting history. Forest Whitaker, I'm a big fan. And so there's all those reasons all wrapped up.
I mean, this film explores good versus evil. It explores power of forgiveness, which you were just talking about. How has that impacted you in your personal life, just being a part of this film?
Well, it's impacted me a lot, of course, because one of the things it began to teach me, I think, and this is a side issue, but a very important one, is the way America's black community, its African American community, its history shines like a gold thread woven through the tapestry of American history. And that what the black community has brought America, actually, when you think about it, aside from the awful history of slavery, is they have taken that and they have brought the ability to fight with love and compassion for civil liberties for all. And I think this is a gift to America. That's not separate from America, it is America. And all the time I was working on the film, I was thinking about the beauty that black Americans have given this country, America, which I don't live in, but which I've lived in a bit and which I admire. And it's rather wonderful to find a subject that can get people to think about that and air that and say, oh, there is no them, there is only us.
We all have the capacity to be redeemed. I would say that love is the key. Like Martin Luther King said, the quotes from Martin Luther King, darkness cannot push out darkness, only light can. Hate cannot push out hate, only love can. You know what I mean? And these are things we have to remember. Love, you know, is a key. Another thing Dr. King said too about love, and he was talking about when your enemy's down, when your enemy is weak, when you can like stop them from getting a job promotion or something like that. And he says specifically that, you know, that's when you need to love the most and not do harm. And that's when you see love exist, because love is creative. Love moves itself and morphs itself to find the right solution in the end. What's the solution? You know, how can we help this person? How can we help ourselves? How can we love ourselves enough? The key, you know, because without love, you find the dysfunction and distortion that happens inside of humanity. With love, you can find the healing and the salve that allows you to feel strong and good about yourself, you know? So I'd say if there's a key message, it's ultimately love.